Hello and good morning. I am Charity Hobson and I am a home health RN. This is my video of the collaboration and leadership reflection video for NURS 4010, leading people, processes, and organizations in interprofessional practice. In this video, I will reflect on the following: a personal interdisciplinary collaboration I have experienced, and I will note ways in which it was unsuccessful and successful in achieving desired outcomes. I will use a best practice leadership strategy that would improve an interdisciplinary team's ability to achieve its goals. I will discuss how poor collaboration can result in inefficient use of human and financial resources. I will identify a best practice interdisciplinary collaboration strategies to help a team achieve its goals and work together. I will communicate in a professional manner. I will format an APA style reference list, and I will cite 4 scholarly sources of evidence. To begin with, I am a home health nurse. I have been working in home health for the past 2.5 years. My job as a home health nurse is to provide skilled nursing care to patients in their home setting with the end goal of discharging them to remain safe in the home. In home health, you have to have good communication skills due to having to communicate with different healthcare professionals via phone, secure messaging, fax, and email. I collaborate daily with different doctors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, pharmacists, social workers, family members, and many other different disciplinaries. One scenario that stands out to me is a patient that I had in the past. This patient had an intellectual disability with many comorbidities. The family wanted them home, but were they really safe? Was home health enough for them, or they need to go to a skilled nursing facility for 24/7 care? The patient had decreased strength, fear of falling, lack of motivation, and increased risk for pressure ulcers. This led to a great deal of problems. The parents of the patient were elderly and had their own health issues and were not always reliable in giving the patient the best care. The parents wanted the patient home. I collaborated with physical therapy, social services, family, and their primary care provider to find out what the best solution was for this patient. I collaborated with the family to provide education and listen to families' needs and concerns so that the patient would be able to get better care. I discussed with the patient that she needed to work with physical therapy to build up strength so she wouldn't be able to ambulate on her own. I collaborated with physical therapy on ways to improve her strength and endurance that would be beneficial to this individual patient. We discussed the issue of them being chair-bound, having no motivation to get up, and the parents unable to motivate or care for patient properly. It was causing more harm and not helping the patient improve at all. I collaborated with aid and cleaning services to get help to assist the patient with bathing, meals, assistance, and housekeeping. I collaborated with the primary care doctor on these issues and what they thought was best for the patient. We kept the patient in our care for a short amount of time, trying to educate and motivate the patient and the family. After many resources and still no progression with this patient, I finally decided to collaborate with social services. We discussed other options to keep patient at home, including 24/7 paid caregiver. We discussed transferring patient to skilled nursing facility, and if things did not change, then adult protective services would have to be called. Patient's family was still hesitant and not willing to send patient to skilled nursing facility, and they did not have the funds for 24/7 home assistance, but they were still non-compliant with treatments. Social services had to call adult protective services. In this example of interdisciplinary collaboration, the physical therapist, social services, aides, housekeeper, and primary care physician, along with myself, all collaborate together to find ways to keep patients safe at home. But after supplying all the different resources to the patient, they were still not safe at home due to poor collaboration with family. Quote, interprofessional collaboration is based on shared decision-making and shared responsibility, where the perspective of all professions is taken into account, and the patient and their family members are an integral part of the team. Unquote. Toth Powell et al. 2020. I think I could have taken a different approach to collaborate with the family, such as reflective learning. I could have put myself more in the parents' shoes and worked harder to educate them on becoming compliant with all the different resources and treatments that were offered to them. In the vital health activity, there were a lot of instances where the team did not collaborate and work well together. One example is when Stephen got mad at Chad for things not running smoothly. among the medical staff, thus causing patient care to slip. This had nothing to do with Chad. The nurses did not understand, and some did not even care to learn about the Hendricks system. Management did not communicate with each other properly and blamed everything that went wrong on somebody else. The care team felt like they did not have a say in anything and were thrown a new computer system and a new way of charting, and that they were expected to know right offhand. The management and care team should have collaborated together to understand everybody's job and why it is hard on all of them instead of blaming each other. A best practice interdisciplinary collaboration strategy that could be used is reflective learning. Quote, reflective learning has been defined as a process of holding experiences up to a mirror in order to examine them from different perspectives, unquote. Jacobs et al., 2016, page 62 to 64. This would also excel the process of learning the new computer system, would have caused less stress and a happier work environment. Patients also missed medications because the nurses could not find the proper way to look up information in the chart. Poor collaboration among healthcare providers can result in more money being spent due to lack of motivation. It can also cause poor care for patients. If interdisciplinaries are not willing to work as a team to get a desired outcome, this can create more work and stress for everybody involved. Brewster et al. When healthcare and social service organizations worked closely as a team to face challenges, this resulted in high performances. Compared to lower performance communities, these organizations did not communicate regularly with each other. 2018. Without different departments in the nursing facility collaborating and working together, the new ideas would not be able to be made possible to provide the best care to the patients. Brewster et al. Brewster et al. In lower performing communities where there was poor collaboration among interdisciplinaries, programs for patients after discharge were not set up, and this resulted in more readmissions than in high-performing communities where discharge programs were set up because of great collaboration among social services and healthcare providers. 2018. Quote, partnering for performance, the situational leader diagnoses the follower's effectiveness in delivering person-centered care. This is established by determining where the follower sits on the developmental continuum in relation to the 5 prerequisites of professional competence, commitment, and interpersonal skills, clarity of values and beliefs, and knowledge of self, unquote. Lynch et al., 2017, page 427 to 440. I think partnering for performance is a good practice that the leader should have taken in this situation. Management and the care team should have come together and discussed how to partner up to become experts on the new computer system. This activity made me reflect on different approaches and strategies that I can use to better communicate with my interdisciplinary team, patients, and family members.